Hello and welcome. I hope that you are doing fine today. In today's video, we're going to cover Chapter 2, the basic switch and device configuration, the Chapter 2 of CCNA Introduction to Networks, which is the first part of CCNA curriculum. So in this chapter, we're going to learn how to access the Cisco IOS operating system running on routers and switches. There are three methods that you can access Cisco IOS or Internet Networking Operating System of Cisco. We're going to learn also the navigation, how to navigate Cisco IOS, how to learn the commands, and so on and so forth. We're going to learn the command structure, how the commands are structured, like the command, the keyword, and arguments. Going to move to the basic configuration of a device like a switch or a router. So we give it the basic settings or basic configuration so you could connect to it remotely using SSH or Telnet. We're going to learn how to save the configuration into the non-volatile memory. And then we're going to learn some basic about ports and the addresses. And then we're going to learn also how to configure the management interface using IP addresses either on host or on Cisco devices like switches using virtual interfaces or SVIs. In the end, we're actually gonna verify the connectivity and do some troubleshooting so you understand the Cisco IOS command line interface. So in the Cisco IOS access, so basically there are a couple of modes to access Cisco IOS device. So the first mode or the first option basically is through console port, which is a physical console port, as you can see here. So there are two ports. One port is called DB9 or RS232, and the other one is the RG45 plug that goes to the console port on a switch or a router. Most recent PCs, they don't have the COM port. It's deprecated. So most recent PCs, they use USB instead. So we need to have a serial to USB converter. So this port here goes to the female DB9 on this side, and this side goes to the laptop, and the console, the RG45 goes to the console port on the device. I'm going to show you in the packet tracer to demonstrate how you can actually use a console port. So I'm gonna actually delete the console port right here. So we can go to the console port, click on the console under the connection, and then on the PC we can connect RS232. On the other side, we need to connect via the console port on the switch. And then I'm going to use Terminal Emulator program. So Terminal Emulator program in a packet tracer simulation program, basically it's called Terminal. So desktop terminal, and then I'm going to go with the default settings, and then I'm in the switch right there. So as you can see, I access the Cisco IOS, on the switch. The second method that we can use basically is via SSH. So we can use a Teraterm program or Putty. So there are two programs or more. I think there is also SecureCRT. SecureCRT is not for free. Teraterm is for free. Putty is for free as well. It's available for actually remoting to a device to gain the access to a server, a switch, or a router. So I'm going to use a Teraterm. I like to use Teraterm better than Putty. So basically, I'm going to launch the Teraterm, as you can see here. So let me type Teraterm. And then I'm going to actually go. This is a Teraterm application. So I'm going to go to File, and the New Connection. You need to type the IP address. So we're using TCP IP. I'm going to use SSH, and then the port number for SSH Secure Shell is 22. And I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to provide my credentials and hit enter, and then I'm in the device. Okay, so yeah, I can do pretty much anything to this device. So basically, I'm using a server. This is not router, but I can do it also for the router. I don't have a real gear in here. That's why I'm just showing you how to configure or use SH or Telnet. I mean, whenever possible, use SH instead of Telnet, because Telnet, it sends everything in clear text over the wire, so passwords and usernames. If there is man in the middle, he can actually see what are the credentials, and this is security vulnerability, so avoid to use Telnet and use SH instead. So as you can see, those are the terminal emulator programs. This is Putty to the left, and we have the Teraterm to the right. Both of them are free of charge. You can change the color and so on and so forth. So yeah, in the I'm gonna keep the video short, so I'm not gonna talk that much. So in next video we're gonna cover the Cisco iOS navigation, the nitty-gritty stuff, and after finishing this, we are going to learn how to configure pretty much any Cisco device that runs Cisco iOS as a software. I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing.